Hello, magical tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Mana, Secret of Magic, with me, Blueankylo. So today, we've got Undine magic, so ice magic for the sprite, and healing magic for the girl, which is really good, and we're definitely going to want to get that trained up, although I'm not going to specifically grind it yet, but maybe at some point we'll need to do some specific grinding. Between episodes, I did do one little thing. So, I've sort of decided my weapon combinations for the party. Now that I've got all eight basic weapons, we've got access to every type of weapon, is what I'm trying to say. Actually, I want to buy some candy anyway while I'm here. We can just explain it while we're figuring it out. Well, no, let's not pay double. Let's go to a regular store. So what I've decided is the hero who needs to use the sword anyway. He's going to primarily use the sword and the spear, because I love the spear on the hero. I mean, I would feel real bad if I didn't get to use the spear, because I like using the spear. So, I usually play as the hero. You know, makes sense, right? The girl, I kind of like to give her canonical weapon. So she's going to have the gloves, which is not a very good weapon. But it is kind of what she starts with, which kind of gives me some reason to use it. But I'll also give her the whip, which is a really good weapon for an AI. So she might be primarily the whip user, and, you know, she can have the gloves when she's not whipping every now and then just to show it off. Just to show some stuff off, basically. And then, that's like 2 weapons for her, 3 weapons for the hero, because the hero gets more weapon XP anyway than everyone else. And then the sprite is going to have his boomerang, because that was his starter weapon, and the axe. And he'll probably use the boomerang most of the time for a ranged weapon. And the only other weapon, I think, did I say pole dart for the hero? Sword, spear, pole dart, or javelin for the hero, if I need a ranged weapon. And also, the pole dart does, yeah, I guess it does the range ignoring, right? So, there's a couple weapons that can hit over ledges, so, you know, that's one thing I don't use very often, but good to know. And then other than that, there's a bow that I don't like, and anyone can use the bow if they want. It doesn't really matter. That's just my garbage weapon. Alright, boomerang upgraded to chakram. And it's really easy to miss some of them when the color blends in with the background, but there we go. Now, at the moment, the weapon upgrades are pretty cheap, but this does become a significant GP sink not too far into the game, where you might be limited by your gold more than the orbs, but we'll talk about that later on. So, just to give you a damage comparison with our new weapons, the spear is probably still our best weapon by a fair shot, 35 damage. Like, we're looking at the same character, so same strength value, and you can see, like, that has the biggest damage value. But we did just upgrade the chakram, which is not too far behind, and the glove, which is also not too far behind. So at least level 2 weapons are, you know, better than level 1 weapons. And before I forget, do they have any new special effects? Because, you know, that's what really, it's easy to miss. And weapons that have special effects, like the gloves, that do bonus damage to insects, actually crush insects. Like, you know, you might not be fighting a lot of insects, but when you are fighting insects, this will actually work really, really well. And the boomerang's good against slimes and lizards. So, hey, there are some neat little effects like that. Easy to miss. So, at the moment, I'm going to let my hero train up the pole dart, because we haven't used it at all. And it's not my favorite weapon, but I'd like to get some of the, the weapon skills up for it. And I think the goal here is just to get the basic level 1s for their weapons. So the girl's going to get the whip to level 1, and then she'll switch to the power glove, which does more damage. And the sprite, I'm going to get his axe to level 1, so he's got a good melee weapon, and then he can work on his boomerang up to level 2. And, you know, that'll be fine. Just to keep them busy. You could definitely go grind your magic level to level 1 before going to the next dungeon, if you're, you know, concerned. Better make sure we save before we go down here, though. You know, enemies have an agility stat that might make the spear harder to connect with. The spear is not an inaccurate weapon, though, is it? I've used the spear as, like, basically my primary... Sword spear primary for my hero for the entire game, and I've never had a problem with it before. Spear is just really good. It's often the highest weapon rank you've got, and it's got a good hitbox, decent reach. Oh, so in case, you know, if you missed it because you weren't watching the stream, Luca mentioned something about how to get through this, and this is what the witch Eleni couldn't do for us because she didn't have any magic. It's not that difficult. You just want to switch over to your magic. Now, what spell you need to cast is a little bit of a mystery, but for now, there's not a lot of options. It needs to be something that you can target, which is, there's only 3 options, so. Anyway, there's going to be some magic blockers like that every now and then. And welcome to the next level! So these little goblin dudes are a little bit dangerous, especially because I'm using the javelin and not the spear. I'm basically just getting stun locked. I mean, I don't know if I should be using my magic right now. The problem with magic early on is... Oh man, the sprite's already dead. The problem with magic early on is you run out so quickly. Our MP stocks are very, very small. That's kind of the problem. You have to, like, specifically train up to get to level 1 or 2. Not really just use it in a dungeon, because you'll just run out. And you kind of want it for the boss, usually. Hopefully, though, you guys can see why I think the single-hit weapons, like the javelin and the bow, are kind of bad compared to the multi-target weapons. Also, an idea of why melee weapons are bad on the sprite. As soon as he's got the axe, he's running in there to get killed all the time. If we gave him a longer range weapon, like, say, a boomerang, he's less likely to take all that damage. Oh, look, our friend, the slime. Have we got stronger? One of our weapons is supposed to be strong against slimes. I think it's the boomerang, actually. Another argument for giving the, you know what, that's fine. Let's just do it. I don't think we need the axe in here for anything. It does a little bit more damage. It looks cooler. Now, it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. At least now they both have ranged weapons. All 3 of us have ranged weapons, so we can stay relatively safe, assuming we have the DPS to work through 2 slimes. It looks like we might not have enough DPS. It's kind of bad. Let's throw in a little bit of magic here. So most of the time I'm not going to use Acid Storm because it's 1 more MP, and Freeze will do about the same damage anyway. The enemy was not on screen, so I couldn't target it, or it was just off screen, so I couldn't target it. Oh, it respawned right before I could... That's too bad. It did still do 100 damage, but... I can't hit the switch. See, I know I've talked about this a lot, and I know some people have different preferences for their weapons, but I gotta say, there's a reason why I usually use the spear, and I wouldn't get stuck by these slimes. Oh, you just mean keeping the level 3 spear for the entire game? Probably good on one of the AIs or something. Alright, I give up. I need a good weapon here. Green drops, huh? I mean, they still get an awful lot of dodges. Some of these have to just be like their evasiveness stat, giving them a dodge rather than a take damage. Whip it good. I'm almost scared to put her back on the glove. The whip has been pretty solid. What I want to do here... I just want to practice some more level... You know, some more charge attacks. Because usually, I find... You might not always want the maximum charge, but... The girl and the sprite have such low base damage. Maybe charging up will give him a nice advantage. Boomerang axes. The thick... What? Man, this guy is bad. He's already dead. Blue, what kind of streamer are you? Letting the sprite die all the time. I gave him a boomerang, he just threw it backwards. Can't even... Just stun locked by the enemies. But yeah, these little goblin guys, they are pretty tough. Maybe the charge... Maybe my decision to give him the charge attack was a bad idea. But it's probably more interesting for you guys watching. You get to see the cool animations. I guess the problem is kind of like, how do I explain it? The enemy gets more stun locked the more frequently you're attacking them. So switching to charge mode means you're getting less hits and less stun lock. Also, everything slows. Yeah, that's the other problem. They get stuck in charge mode and then they walk slower. And then I get stuck. I can't even move. Inputs. I actually couldn't use any inputs. That was insane. No. That's pretty bad. I think I got it in time, but... Wow. I haven't been that badly stun locked in a long time. The aggressiveness on the Mogoblins just boomeranging me in the corner like crazy there. There we go. We're gonna need some level ups. This is crazy. I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe when you get a level up, you only get your HP maxed out. You do not get your MP maxed out. We can check here. Yeah, he's still only got 7 out of 11. He's still got 711 MP. Okay, well, I think my decision to go to charge up mode might have been a mistake. Oops, missed a chest. Classic. So the pink one will spawn blue ones if you don't kill it quickly, right? So I guess pink one first might make some sense. It was a trap anyway, it's probably true. Sprite's weapon skill up. Boomerang to level 2. Hey. Well, now we can do even fancier boomerang attacks. Oh, I hate these little guys. So, coming up next, maybe we'll open with a cool attack. New enemy. They're pretty aggressive every night. Like, they turn on kind of aggressive stomp mode. And they get really fast. Chest Knights. Alright, we got one. There we go. That's that charge attack I don't like. He only got a couple hops. I feel like we're really underpowered right now. I don't know if I usually grind a bit more or what, but, You can't barge in here! We gnomes won't allow it! What a windbag! Why, you little brat! So the gnome is fighting, or the sprite is fighting the gnome. Take this! This is an outrage! Uh-oh, it's back! I'm out of here! Look, back there! Alright, first, big boss. Gygus boss. It's a fire Gygus. I wonder what kind of magic you should use on it. Now, there's some things you could do here. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for later. Probably should just save my MP for healing, but it's fine. I'll talk about the tricks soon enough. Everyone got lava waved. It's kind of unfortunate. And I'm wasting my ice charge here. Because he's... Actually, it might not be time-based. It might be the number of hits... The duration of the spell might be more related to how many times you hit an enemy rather than how many seconds go by. Which means you might want to do like charge attacks. And I missed. This is what happens when you do a boss fight not abusing magic. And we're out of magic already. So you may find quickly that I'm not used to fighting these bosses like normal. There we go. 50 damage! And then interrupted by Lava Wave, which does 45 to the entire group. Wow, out of healing items already. Welcome to Secret of Mana. So, the sprite is doing about 165 with his spell every time we hit. Imagine if we had leveled up Ice Magic to level 1 before we came down here. It would be doing a little bit more. Last one. Come on, kill it. Nope. I didn't even see the damage hit the boss. What happened there? Well, last chocolate. This guy's gonna kill me, because he just does AoE fire magic every time he comes out, and there's nothing I can do. Goodbye, everybody. Nice knowing you. Girl sees the Reaper, yeah, that's what happens. He's got around 700 to 800 HP. Well, he died, so it doesn't matter. I don't remember this boss being very hard, typically. Sadly, there was no trace of Blue Girl or even the sprite. The sprite. The girl, the sprite, the blue. We died. Game over! Once 2 people were dead, his single target damage kind of goes crazy. Well, that, I did use magic. I used every MP I had. You can't say he's only tough if you don't use magic when I ran out of MP fighting him. The sprite hit him... Well, we used 1 to get in. I saved all the rest of my MP, so he hit him 4 times with the freeze spell. Fairy walnuts. I can't afford fairy walnuts, fella. Let's go see how much... The only place you can buy fairy walnuts right now is the cat, and the cat's gonna sell them for like 1,000 gold. How much money do we have? We do not have 1,000 gold. That's not really an option. I guess we could buy 1, technically. Oh, we're off center too. We're sleeping on the edge of the bed. Well, this way we'll have 1 additional casting of ice. But I guess what we should really do is just... Okay. Let's just go talk about ice magic. I definitely used all of the sprite's MP, unless he died before I could get to the last one, but I wasn't trying to save his MP, I was just trying to use it. I'm just trying to find an area with enemies that's close by. Doesn't really matter what enemy right now. Welcome back, Aaron. Groceries? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Oh, come on, Sprite. You're making this take even longer. 5 frost nodes are enough. Well, we couldn't have 5 because I had to use one to get in there. Alright, so, what I'm going to do here is, I talked about magic a little bit before, and I was trying not to grind it up, but clearly we need to grind it up a little bit. Level 54. It's probably, almost assuredly, we get 9 experience per cast right now. So now, after casting that once, 63. So you can keep count pretty easy here. I don't think it matters. I know it doesn't matter if the enemy dies or anything. It just matters if it connects. 1 for magic orb, 1 for green slime. Did I use any green slime? I don't think I targeted the green slime during the boss run, did I? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, that boss kind of is a signal that you should be abusing magic. And if you haven't been, you're gonna have a bad time. It'll work better next time, don't worry. I mean, you could basically just math it out. If you get 9 experience per cast, 9 magic experience per cast at level 0, it's 12 casts, and then he's done. So we're probably like 1 short right now of getting a magic level up. Yeah, of course, 99%. Now, while we're talking that, you can also train up the girl's magic, but even easier. So, for the girl, it's a little bit different because she can target her allies. So, unlike the Sprite that has to go hit enemies, you can just farm this, you can grind this up any way you want. I want to demonstrate something, though. So, 45 right now. This is just to get this out of the way nice and early. You generally want to use the cheapest spell, which, oh, look, it's Remedy. So, we could have got her to level 1 very quickly. Remedy cures status ailments. And then even if you didn't cure a status ailment... Wait, did that not work? It didn't work. It would have to cure a status ailment, I guess. So it doesn't count. 54. It should be plus 9, right? There we go. So she's getting plus 9, same as the Sprite. And you might be thinking, cool, now you know how it works. If you try to do this in a town right beside the inn, which is what I used to do when I was a little kid, it doesn't work as good. And the difference is really whether your sword is out or not. But if you're in a non-combat area, instead of getting 9 experience, she got 4? 63 to 67? So, although you can train the girl in an inn and use the inn to heal up real quick, it's actually quite easy to grind her up because you don't have to be out in combat. You can just cast Cure as many times as you want and then heal up for 10 gold or whatever. But she does gain it at a lower speed if she's not in combat area. So the solution is just to go to a combat area and then do it here, where it's fine. The Sprite doesn't really get that option, though. Anyway, let's go in it up, and we'll get these guys to level 1. It's not going to take very much longer. But, seeing as I did die on the boss, right? Like, never thought I would die on the fire guy, I guess. He's just, I guess a lot of the bosses are kind of cheap. They, MP cost doesn't matter for magic. Yeah, that's true, except not all spells give magic XP depending on the effect. That's why her remedy didn't actually help, because I'm pretty sure you only get magic XP from stuff like remedy if it actually cleanses something. So a spell that does nothing doesn't give you any weapon XP or magic XP. That's all. It's just a little bit more complicated, but you're generally correct for sure. Just go with the cheap spells. Alright, they're leveled up. So now, the next time we cast magic, they will be even more... See, this guy's pretty good? Look at all this. Unfortunately, once they've been snowmanned, you can't hit them, but... That's why the balloon status effect is much better. But, so, you remember what kind of magic... I guess we can probably hit them with, You can't actually hit them with freeze while they're snowman at all. Remember approximately how much we were healing back at level 0? It's like 45 to 50. Well, now we heal... It's about 80 or so. So there is a pretty big upgrade between magic levels. Like you do quite a lot of more spell power, basically. I'm not sure the exact math, but you know, it goes up. Anyway, at the moment, we can only get to level 1 magic anyway, so there's not really any more you could grind if you wanted. But I guess it's fairly obvious that the game expects you to have level 1 ice magic before you fight the fire guy, I guess, you know. It doesn't take very long to get it. 12 casts. And if we had a couple more level ups, we would have 12 MP, and then we could just cast it 6 times, twice, and that would be enough. Which you could have done basically right after freeing Undyne. Anyway, that's all the grinding we're going to do. Get to level 1. Not even a level up. And now we'll go down there and we'll save our MP this time around. Also, fella, if you're still watching, in Seiken Densetsu 3, and I assume Trials of Mana, you can carry a lot more healing items than you can in Secret of Mana. So... stuff like fairy walnuts, although they're pretty good. Can you go back to the inn and practice the whipping? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. It's very difficult to, like, prepare for a dungeon with items in this game. A maximum stack size is only 4, which is kind of weird, honestly. You can carry 12 in the Secret of Mana remake. That's really nice, actually. That's a huge upgrade. Oh, that's right. Last time I was here, the sprite kept dying. And when I'm not using the spear, nothing dies quick enough. Honestly, given how much brutalization we're getting by these goblins, maybe we're not high enough level for this dungeon anyway. Like, we're barely surviving these fights. Didn't I tell you to stop using your axe? Whoa! There's a new glitch for you. I've never seen this happen before. The sprite thinks he's got the boomerang equipped. And he's dead. What? These guys are just killing. I don't know if I'm here quick enough. If you, nah, too slow. I can't believe how killed we're being. Yeah, in Trials, that's the same as Seiken Densetsu 3. Your inventory storage space can basically carry infinite, and then as long as you're not in combat, you can just switch it out to whatever you want. Alright, this is... I didn't even buy any candy. Okay, we're gonna hit the switches here. We're gonna go buy some candy. Not actually ever finish this dungeon. I mean, like, like I said, I've played this game a dozen times. I don't remember ever dying to the goblins so badly. It's just kind of weird. High attack, insanely high attack relative to current levels, yeah. They must, because we can't get any better armor or anything. Alright, open the next path. I need to buy some candy before we go to the boss, clearly. Just all the candy. Are we, like, close to a level up or anything? For next level, 709. I don't know what that means. How much do we get for killing something? I mean, they're hitting the sprite for 24 damage. That's pretty brutal. And they still hit me. They only hit the hero for 11. That's not so bad. Ready for a trap? What kind of trap do we get today? Oh, 60 bucks! That'll buy some candy. So last time it was 700. We needed, I mean, I could get a level up and then come back. I don't know. It was about 100 experience for killing 3 goblins. I mean, if I just keep going, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to kill the fire guy, I guess, anyway, using, math. I'm not really math, but, well, in a sense, math. We're going to use some programming to kill the boss. Just going to be really careful with all these goblins. Okay, this is... They've got healing magic and defense magic and huge attack values. And they respawn. These guys are pretty overpowered. I gotta give them credit. High attack, cure magic, defense magic, respawning capabilities. Is there anything they can't do? Alright, Robert, the girl is better with the whip. What do you think? That's what you really wanted, right? Is the next room the boss already? I kind of wanted to get a level up. I guess it's a pretty short dungeon. Maybe that's why I don't remember having a hard time here. It's just so short. There's not a lot of time to have a bad time because it's over so quick. Okay, am I close to a level up? 300. Ah! We're gonna do it. We're gonna try. If I get stun locked in the corner again, though. There we go. Sprite's got his level up. Everyone's gonna get a level up, then we're gonna go kill this punk. Should probably start these battles with like a powered up weapon skill. Just a little bit of health. What was that? I had like 60 HP or something, 50 or 60 HP. They must, did I get critiqued or something? I didn't see it, but like, I was doing fine and then I got hit once and then I was dead. That's nuts. I'm at the same level, you're at the same level I'm usually at, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm sure we can beat the boss. I'm just mad now because these goblins are crushing me. So I'm gonna kill them until I get a level up. So I don't have to use a healing potion. Yeah, I know. It's pointless now because I just used the Cup of Wishes. I just can't believe how much damage we took there. Alright, Sprite's got a weapon level up. That's not what I wanted. It's great, but it's not what I wanted. I don't know if it's worth charging up here, but let's try. Oof, big damage though. I like that. Alright, so I got the level up. The girl should be pretty close. There we go. Alright. So, level 13. We didn't buy any candy. We didn't get any more MP or anything. Oh, I wasn't at the end of the dungeon. Oh, right, of course not. I have to kill the... I'm an idiot. Yeah, of course. I have to kill the chess pieces first. I was grinding that room as if I had a boss fight in the next phase, but... I forgot about this room. Like, if you know what you're doing, you probably want your level ups right before you fight the boss, because, you know, full HP right before you fight. Basically for free in a game with very limited healing items. It's good. At least until we get MP draining spells. I'm not gonna open that. Can we just keep them stun locked, please? Maybe that's what I usually do. Maybe I have my AI on more aggressive normally. At this point. If I... What is going on? It's Curse of the Let's Player. I can't... I actually can't... What? I've never had this happen before. And then this is twice now. Like, I'm not trying to exaggerate. This... I'm just in a permanent stun lock. And no... Like, you can't input anything. You can... The only way to get out of that is to select into a different character. When you can't even open your menu up when you're like that. That's... I don't know how else to explain it. I've played this game a lot. And I don't know why today I'm constantly getting into complete stun locked to the ability that I can't even move it. There was no running, yayo. I couldn't move. I couldn't press left, right, up, down, attack. Open. I couldn't even open the menu. No, once you get into that stun lock chain, there's just nothing you can do. Alright, anyway, we're gonna deal with this again. After getting absolutely crushed. We're gonna put a save state down so I don't have to redo that. But it won't matter. Watch this. Alright, we're just gonna pump some ice into this guy. So, the timing is, if you've never played Secret of Mana, as soon as Undyne disappears, you can cast it again. And the spell animation takes longer than it does to cast it. Oh, that's it. He'd be dead. So, that's your other way to win the boss fight. It's so dumb. I like to show it off once in a while, but we really don't want to fight bosses like that very often, because... You didn't even get to see the number values. You did so much damage, he just died before any of the damage could show up. Which is great, but, you know. Is it fair? I did put a save state down. Alright, let's see without cheating. It was 999, that's probably fair. Alright, let's see how much damage we do with one cast. It's probably going to be like 250. 214. Now, even if you're not doing the stun lock, if you're waiting for the damage value to show up, you can still cast it quicker than he can really move. But then at least he gets to do some of his trickeriness. What I'll do here, just to finish this off more interestingly. What? I didn't even hit him with my super attack? This is why we end up cheating. The game does it to itself. If you can't hit him with a sword, then how are you... Every time I've attacked him with my charge attack, it has just hit straight through him and done 0 damage. No wonder this guy is so hard if you don't use magic. It's like you can't even hit him. Just ting, bounced right off. Yeah, I don't think you can kill him without... I mean, okay, I know people can do whatever they want to do. I don't think I can kill him without using magic to attack him, though. Because we just do tiny damage, and he blocks most of it. Even with the ice sword, or ice spear. He should be really weak to the ice weapon, but it doesn't even hit him. Like 42 damage. Not much. Oh, we killed him as he cast magic on us as we cast magic on ourselves. Yay! We killed him without totally abusing the magic system. If you couldn't use offensive magic, some of these bosses are just gonna be nuts. I gotta say. We're gonna avoid the deflection hitboxes. How would you even have any idea that there even are deflection hitboxes? I don't even know what that is. Well, I know what it sounds like, but I have no idea where that would be. The game doesn't give you any inclination on where a boss is weak or strong, if that's a thing, because the game does not teach you anything like that. Whew, thanks! That oaf was always bugging me. Forgive me, I took my rage out on you to get some relief. Don't serve me, and maybe I'll forgive you. Otherwise, I'll throw you to my servant, Blue. Well, I guess he is kind of cocky after destroying the fire guy, I guess. Hey! No, let me be your servant! Hey, who are you calling a servant there? Oh dear. Anyway, call me anytime, anywhere. Now, close your eyes and count to 3, and he just flings away. Both you and your wife may summon me. You recently learned that elemental sabers don't turn your weapons into that element. It just adds the snow effect. It makes them more powerful. That's kind of bad. That kind of explains things a little bit, I guess. That's too bad. I bet you does the remake fix that? What? Me? Married to that? Oh, she's got angry face. Sabers are useless. A little bit more damage. I like your style, gnome. Well, that's that. Be seeing you. We're just gonna have to throw this sprite off the cliff now. Yay, we got more magic. You can just leave right now. We don't need to activate the mana seed, do we? So now we've got Stone Saber. Stone Saber. Speed up and Defender. Basically, the girl's earth magic is all garbage. The only thing you want the girl for is healing, so that's all nonsense. But we've got Gem Missile for cheap earth damage, Earth Slide for more expensive earth magic, and Speed Down, which is completely garbage unless you're trying to train up for cheap MP cost. Entangle is basically how to grind earth magic skill, and the other spells are for actually doing anything good. Thornum just never uses magic. Nice. Hey Sprite, do you remember something? Ow. My head! You okay? Oh. Yeah, what? You look like you're a chipmunk. Oh, I can remember everything now. We sprites live in the Upper Land Forest. You've got to take me there. I'll let you hang out with me until we figure out a way to get there. Yeah, what a treat. Alright, well, that took way longer than it should have, and was pretty brutal. Thornum never uses any magic. He's on the git. So we can use the magic rope to get out of here, I guess. And we probably well, we can try. Last time I wanted to use the magic rope, it didn't work anyway. There we go. Alright, we should definitely go buy some candy and stuff, though. Seeing as apparently this game is way harder than I thought it was. We also have an axe orb, but not much else for upgrades. Alright, give me all your candy. And at this point, we're already rich enough. You probably just always want to have maximum cup of wishes. Alright. Once we find the cat, we'll buy some more chocolate. Such a good game, always giving out chocolate. Definitely going to save it after that nonsense. So, now we might want to plan out our magic levels for the next dungeon. Because we can get both of our new magic levels to level 2 now. And we still have pretty low MP, but I can tell you that having Gem Missile at least level 1 or 2 would be very beneficial for the next big boss fight. Alright, I know you made a cool axe, but let's make it cooler. It is now a load axe. Fire Gygus is really bad with weapons only, yeah. Yeah, okay, are you allowed to use healing magic? When you say never use magic, do you include self-casting, like self-buffs? No cure magic allowed. Wow, I gotta say, it's pretty hardcore. Alright, well, I guess I should have a look at that axe. Axe? Where are you? Alright, so level 2 axe. Effective against plants and fish, of all the things to be strong against. So that's cool. I still want to get my pole dart skill up. Now that I'm not in a deadly dungeon, while we're traveling, we'll go back to kind of weapon XP farming a little bit. The sprite managed to get his chakram to 2, which is good enough. Let's him, now that his axe is upgraded, it's much stronger. And the girl is at level 1 whip that only goes to 1, but we can get her to power glove 2. Magic is evil. Come on, magic's not all that bad, is it? Let's show off before we end the episode, because we're gonna have to end the episode before we go to the next dungeon. The next dungeons can be a little dangerous too. So now we've got some new magic. What I want to do is show off the offensive magic. So, Earth Slide is the expensive waste of MP. 90 damage, sure, but it does cost 3 MP. And then the other one, 2 MP. So, I mean, it does more damage, but I mean, it just seems like typically Gem Missile is a better deal than the Earth Slide, although the Earth Slide did do quite a lot of damage. But what you really want to do if you're trying to grind, not that I always condone grinding, but this is all you got to do. And early on in the game, I guess it's hard enough. Like, so I think the way you break the game with magic, although you saw me kill the fire guy, I guess, pretty quickly. But it's not just getting spells to, like, level 1 or 2. It's getting them all up to, like, level 6, 7, or 8. And then at that point, you just constantly do 999 to all the bosses instantly. I think if we grind up the first couple levels, like 2 or 3, just to get over the curve in the early game, it'll be fine. Like, it shouldn't feel brokenly overpowered. We're probably always going to want our healing magic to be nearly maxed out. So, like, we're going to almost always want to go grind up that cure water, right? Also, in case you're wondering, you get less magic XP per cast every level you go up. So now, instead of 9 per cast, it's 8. And I just want to double confirm that we cannot get... It seemed... I thought I remembered using Remedy for XP, but maybe I was wrong. I thought I used to use that, but... Oh yeah, it definitely worked. I don't know why maybe I just didn't math it out last time. So anyway, maybe there was a reason. Is it like the animation takes a little bit longer or something? Maybe it's the same. I don't know. Anyway, with 1 MP each, you can obviously get her almost to the next level almost instantly every time. What are we looking at? 12 MP, in one single rest, you could get 12 castings times 8. That's 96. You could almost get her an entire level up just in one trip to the inn, basically. So, like, it's not going to be very difficult to keep the girl, her water level up. And I don't really care about very many of her other spells, sadly. Like, she's got all those elemental sabers, but they're not that good. We just double check that that worked. Yeah, so it's not going to take a whole long time to get Undine up. That's fine. And then the sprite, I don't know. You kind of need, because it depends on what boss or enemy you're fighting. They'll have different elemental weaknesses, and you generally want to take advantage of that if you can. So there's a little bit more incentive for the sprite to use all the magic, all the different elements. We're going to Pandora, please. They're a little moody in Pandora. Just hop in the cannon. So, Sir Jima was supposed to go down here and stop the evil cult invasion, but we've lost contact with him. The people were being turned to zombies, and apparently there's this Thanatos guy that the witch Eleni was shipping people like dialog over to. So let's have a quick look around the town before we end the episode. See if anything's changed since the last time we were here. Whoa, that'll be 10 GP. I missed this one last time. Help yourself to a bed. I mean, hold on. 10 bucks. And possibly between future tuber episodes, I might do a little bit of sprite magic grinding just to get them, I don't know, level 2 in both spells is not going to take very long. It kind of gets exponentially worse. Like, once you've got 4 elements and you get them all to level 4, that takes a lot longer than 2. And then when you get a 5th one, then you have to get... What happened to my audio? What the heck? Does my voice sound bad too? Windows? What are you doing? Okay, I fixed it. It's Windows. Windows is doing that thing it does every once in a blue moon when I'm streaming and playing a game. If I'm not streaming, this never happens. But if I'm streaming, it's something about Streamlabs OBS and music in general. And it just ruins the audio driver. Anyway, we should be back to normal. This is awful! It's as though they've lost their will to live! Don't you ever shut up, that's this girl again. There should be Fana running around somewhere. Remember Fana? Fana is the girl's best friend. Also, her dad and the king are in here. We can go check with them. I expect most people aren't going to say anything different than the last time we were here, but... just wanted to double check, see if it's gotten worse. Looks like the castle has not been invaded yet. Alright, and there's this little, 5th sense kid. 6th sense, maybe. Now, this kid's special. It's got 5 senses. What a nightmare, yeah. Oh, I have a headache. I'm going back to my room for a nap. I guess it's a good thing we checked on the king, because he is actually going to have a nap. Oh dear, up till now, this country's been such a peaceful... Yeah, he said that last time, forgetting the war 15 years ago. Oh dear, why don't you try to calm down? This is a tragedy! We absolutely cannot allow the Empire to invade at a time like this. So, yeah, there you go, a little baby cutscene. I don't think you need to see the king freak out like that, but, Also, you might have noticed that the girl's father was no longer in the side room there. It's tax season, yeah. This is the worst time! I need my tax income. Why are the people wearing strange masks? Why don't you guys go figure it out? Why did you let them build a giant monastery temple thing with evil signs and stuff? Just basically take over your entire kingdom. So, this one is the girl's house, I think? Now, my granddaughter Fauna is acting funny too. What's wrong with them? So, the last time we were here, Fauna was fine. But now, Grandma's gone and Fana's gone. Yeah, the demon statues and all that. You know, maybe the chief planning operations, chief of planning, maybe they should have put a stop to some of this. The master has been moping about ever since you took off, miss. Alright, so this is the girl's house. Elman! He's Elman. Girl, you're back! Dad, I'm not coming back till I find dialog. You're back right now. So yeah, you know, it's a relatively early Super Nintendo game. Some of the translations might leave a little to be desired. Oh, hey, look! It's Fana! Huh? Fana? What's the matter? She disappeared? But, what? She doesn't know magic? Well, I have a feeling we'll find her answers in the ruins. Everybody's down in the ruins these days. Oh yeah, some demon statues. Totally no big deal. Girl, I'm going on a one-way trip. Pretty neat, huh? Come on, Fana, snap out of it. Shut up! What? Stop bothering me! Just punches her. Fana! Hey, you, make room. Little did they know that we can punch too. Unless we hurry, Fana's a goner. Dialog's probably here too. Yeah, but did you know this is a gigantic maze of a dungeon? And we need to grind up some magic levels. And this also is the creepiest, worst music you'll ever hear. So, I don't want to do this dungeon right now for the future tubers. I just want to, like, show off the hell that is this dungeon. It's pretty bad. So, zombies, you know, relatively strong. I'm still just using my bad javelin weapon. But these tomato mans, they're, kind of immune to weapons, or at least very nearly immune. Tomato man. So you either just ignore them, or you use magic on them. What does magic do? Alright, 270 damage from ice. Pretty good. So they spawn zombies, and you basically have to use magic to kill them. But you need magic to kill the boss. So they're basically just here to troll you and waste your resources so that once you get to the end, you're not strong enough to win. Also, there's these things here. I'm showing these off because in between episodes, I'm going to be doing a little bit of fighting just to get some magic level ups. And we'll do it here because you might as well. And honestly, getting a couple level ups is really not going to hurt. Because I would like to fight the next boss without spamming magic over and over again. I like to have the magic at a decent level in case we need it. But rather than just using it over and over and over again at, you know, max, you know, whatever, the stun locking the boss thing. Yeah, fairy walnuts are, well, you can buy a couple, but it's a little bit out of our price range right now. We need, what do we need? We need to find a shop other than the cat that sells them. I think the regular price is 500 and the cat sells them for 1,000, right? So if we could find the regular shop for 500, I would buy them. But at 1,000 a pop, oof. Not cheap. Hey, look, my weapon skill's up. You guys want to see what a level 1 javelin can do? I think it just gets thrown a little bit further than the other ones. Now, this is one of those, this is like the first dungeon where checking the whole dungeon is important. I believe there are weapon orbs in some secret, well, not secret, but some side rooms with treasure chests in them. So, missing them would be bad, is what I'm trying to say. So this is probably the first dungeon that you really don't want to just dash through and sort of miss out on all the stuff, all the good stuff. Anyway, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what this dungeon's going to be like. In between episodes, I'm just going to get my magic rank up a little bit higher. Nothing, I'm not going to grind like crazy. I keep saying I don't want to grind and then I go and grind, but just, the fire guy just killed me, so I'm feeling a little bit concerned. I think my general rule of thumb, when we're doing the actual finish this dungeon run, will be just to not fight Tomato Mans. So the Evil Sword has a very advanced, one of the better saber magics. He gets lifesteal. I think it's Luna Sword or something like that, which is pretty good. Oh, I forget, I was showing off all the magic. I forgot to show off all the girl spells before we wrap this up. Let's show you guys what Stone Saber does. Fella said Stone Saber was really good, so I'm expecting a lot of good things. Alright, fella, what does Stone Saber do? So far, we haven't not hit even a zombie with it. Okay. Javelins are so good. Are you sure? Are you sure this weapon? Are you sure this magic's good, fella? Because so far it's done literally nothing. It harms you if you hit undead. That's true, but not too many undead enemies if you know what you're doing. Anyway, I have to say, fella, your Stone Saber, not super effective today. It petrifies. Insta-Gibbs. Well, it doesn't petrify very often. Oh, wait! He got petrified, and he's not actually dead. He just got frozen for a second. I did see him get petrified, though, so that was good. But he did not die. You gotta hit him after. Oh, I was too slow. Okay, we'll try one more time for the future tubers. Because it's very expensive. I basically never cast this spell. Because it's 4 MP. And clearly it doesn't affect it very regularly. Because that was a hit with no stone. Now, I am only like level 0 Stone Saber. Maybe the odd goes up as you level it up. I gotta say, though, so far, it seems to be a gigantic waste of MP, just like I typically think it is. Oh boy, we're dead. We got stun locked there pretty bad, so no more Stone Saber. Just stay alive, Saber. Yeah, he had us in a pretty good stun lock. The game of stun locking. Anyway, we're gonna leave it like that, future tubers. Maybe I'll practice some Stone Sabering off camera. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. If I get the hang of it, I'll tell you how it worked when we come back. I wonder if you can drop his defense enough that you could hit him with a normal weapon. I mean, you know, acid rain just kills him most of the time, but still. You think the petrification rate scales by spell level? I mean, that makes sense. I just don't typically train up earth magic on the girl, because most of the earth magic for the girl is pretty bad. And what you usually want her for, anyway, is, you know, healing. She's level 2 Undini. Hey, look, weapon level ups, magic level ups. We're doing fine. Alright, anyway, that's all for this episode, future tubers. When we come back, we'll do this dungeon for real. I'm just gonna do a little bit of magic grind, nothing crazy. You're not missing out anything super exciting. It's standard Secret of Mana. I would love to play through this game. I mean, I say I'd love to it. I guess I'd like to see someone play through without using a lot of magic. It's surprisingly difficult, though, to not use the magic strats. Like, you kind of get used to just nuking a boss down once you know how to do it. And, I don't know, it's just been a long time since I played, but, it does definitely feel like I'm dying and getting killed much quicker than I used to be. So maybe I'm just not leveling up as much as I used to, or just getting old and weak. But anyway, I will see you future tubers next time for whatever the name of that ruins is south of Pandora. Maybe we'll rescue Dialog or something. You never know. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.